रिकॉर्डिंग भी चालू की है?
Sorry.
रिकॉर्डिंग शायद आपने।
Recording.
हाँ,
Yeah. I started recording. Just suppose you are opening a website. Okay, in your own computer or terminal. Okay.
हम्म,
Now you write an URL that is an address of a particular website. Specifically, very specifically, you can say that for whatever URL you type, okay, that points to some other computer, some
हम्म,
other computer. Okay, what we can say, this computer is as server, right?
yes.
So when you request an URL, that URL bring the client's request to this server, to this computer, and inside this computer it will hit a specific folder. Okay, inside that folder you will have a file. Okay,
Yes.
that file is responsible
ಇವತ್ತು
to generate the response.
ಐವತ್ತು ಐವತ್ತು.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
हाँ हाँ.
Okay, so this file is responsible to generate that response. So this is your request
Request and
and this
response
is
to
your response. Okay,
response.
now in which language this file is written? This file is written means we can say that whatever program is there inside this file uh, is will run on this server or on this computer na.
Yeah.
So this is, you can say that server side programming
Script
or
programming.
scripting. Okay,
Okay.
programming languages like PHP are specifically designed to do this thing. Okay,
Okay.
now you can do this thing using Java, using your .NET, using Python. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but with those programming language, you always can design means complete software.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not web application, a different software you can use. But PHP is specifically designed to do this thing, only the server side programming. Okay, it
Okay.
is developed for web platform.
Okay.
You cannot use PHP to build a
For phone.
standalone software. Okay,
Okay.
so it will work in the
Only for
background,
server
only
side.
for server.
Back.
Okay,
Only for the backend.
now
Means there to fetch the web page or the pages from that particular website like that.
yeah, I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
where you are running this website in your computer, you are running this website in your web browser, right?
Mm.
Now what is a web browser? Web browser is a specific application which can understand, which can process the HTML, the JavaScript, the CSS,
Mm.
etc. Okay, so using HTML it will give you a structure. Okay, using CSS it will make some ornamentation. Using
Or
JavaScript
not.
it will make some validations and animations. Okay,
Mm.
but what are the data? What about the data? Means when you are requesting for some data. Okay,
Yes.
these HTML, CSS, and JavaScript always can brought to your computer, and this of your browser is capable enough to understand that HTML, CSS, and JavaScript and run that part only. But
Mm-hmm.
inside that HTML, inside that CSS, okay, if you want to put the data, some specific
Mm-hmm.
data, okay, then
Mm-hmm.
where the data is actually reside, data maybe
In
resides
the
in the
server.
server, or it may be reside in some other computer, okay. So
Mm-hmm.
this page is responsible to fetch the data for you that you are requesting for, okay, and it will
Mm-hmm.
send those data along with the HTML here, so that
Mm-hmm.
your browser can display the data in a good format, just like your Facebook, Instagram pages, just like the your Amazon accounts or anything, okay. So this PHP
So the
program,
first part is, sorry, one second. This first part is only having the,
sorry,
this is the data. The first part in that data will not be there then, that where we write it using PHP and all.
this one,
Huh.
huh,
This part, this the in the server side, the first yeah, partition.
this one,
Hmm.
this one is the program, okay. This one is a folder,
Okay,
actually the
only
folder.
the folder where
Inside
the
that folder you have some files, okay. Suppose this is a
that is not
specific
the
file.
data file.
It is not the
My
data,
question is,
okay.
okay, that is
It is
not
the
the data.
program that is written in PHP, which will actually fetch the data from the database, okay, or
Oh,
doing some processing residing on the server,
okay.
and arrange the data, okay, to be outputted to you, and send
Mhm.
all those data in terms of response. This
Back to
response will
the
come to your
terminal.
browser and will be displayed by the HTML and CSS. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that simple thing I am going to demonstrate here right now. This thing, okay, so that you can understand what is basically PHP and what is basically HTML. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
how they interact with each other, just like that.
Okay.
So for that purpose, I am going to my XAMPP htdocs. Where is the XAMPP? This one is my XAMPP. This is my root folder,
HT.
htdocs, you all know.
Mm.
WebTech. Inside WebTech, we will create a folder. Or today's folder is set demo PHP
PHP.
1. I'm just giving because we will have more folders like that, demo PHP 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be our root folder. Okay, means the
Mm.
server folder. If you want to compare that, this is my root server folder today.
Port server.
Which one? This one. But before that, you have to write HTTP to make the complete URL. HTTP
Localhost.
localhost slash webtech, sorry, slash this.
Demo
This is going
PHP.
to be our root folder today. Okay.
Mm.
So whatever we will do inside that.
Okay.
Basic web structure, how the web folder looks like, I told you in earlier classes. So initially, I am going to create a HTML file here. Okay.
Okay.
So to do that, I am moving into
VS.
VS
VS
Code.
Code. Adding that location.
Hmm.
File.
We have to add the folder. I'm just adding this folder, this demo PHP folder. I'm adding to the environment.
Okay.
See here, demo PHP. I'm creating one file. You can say what is the file? The first one in
Index.html.
index.html. Okay. So in index.html, I'm taking a code HTML structure. So here I'm just an h1 index page. Just I'm writing that. Okay. See here. I save this file, and where this file is saved? Inside this folder now. Okay, so when I am writing this one, so localhost slash webtech slash
Hash
demo
demo PHP
php1, what I'm
slash
trying to do,
printing this HTML.
I'm actually requesting to my server to
Okay.
give me index.html file from this folder,
The
from this path.
demo. Mm,
Okay, so this request, this URL will
mm,
move to the server and it will follow this path. Okay, this path includes the IP,
mm.
not this path.
Okay.
This will include the IP address of the
Mm-hmm.
server computer uh,
Mm-hmm.
along with the HTTP part. Okay,
Okay.
this is the
Folder, root
folder
folder.
structure coming inside
Uh-huh.
the server. Okay, and
Okay.
it will take this is as a resource index.html. That file
Mm-hmm.
will be brought to your machine. The total complete whatever there,
Mm-hmm.
okay, will bring to your machine, and it will be displayed by the web browser. Web
Now,
browser
localhost means it is our server, our system only is acting like a server,
server,
right?
right? When you launch this thing, when you launch, see
Mm-hmm.
here, this one, right? This
Mm-hmm.
part, when you launch this thing on a server with a specific domain, this will be replaced. This can be replaced by, say, your choiced server name. Say myflower.com. This will be replaced by this. Okay, not this one. HTTP will always be there. HTTP myflower.com. So myflower.com is your domain name. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. Now, what PHP will do? PHP will do some server interaction. So
Okay.
let's do one more. Let's write one more file here. See the test.php. Okay, test.php. Now, how to write a PHP file?
Angular
Here,
cluster
introducing
name.
PHP,
Mm,
you need a PHP tag. This is your PHP tag, and this is your PHP tag end. Okay,
mm.
inside that, whatever you write, it will be compiled by
Okay.
the PHP compiler.
Okay.
It will be executed by the parser. Say I'm printing one message. Echo
Echo.
is the, you can say, printf statement. Okay, if you want to
Mm.
print something on the page, you put a echo hello
Echo.
PHP. PHP follows the syntax. If you are a C programmer, if you have an idea of writing codes in C or Java, okay, so PHP follow that rule. So you do not have to worry about the
Okay.
syntax or the decorum of writing a
Mm.
PHP code, because it is similar to C, C++, and Java, right?
Mm.
So this is a simple PHP file. Okay. Now this PHP file can also be called from the client side. Means like I write
Okay.
index.html. If you write test.php, okay, then what will happen? You will get hello PHP.
What is the term you used here?
Which one?
Client side computer. Okay.
Which one?
This PHP file can be run on the client side
No, no,
this
no,
one, right?
no. PHP file is not running on the client side computer. I'm telling you. So if I call this PHP file here, so what will happen? It will again move to the server. It will again move to the server. Okay. And whatever there inside this PHP file, this tag,
Mm.
that was executed over there on the server. Okay.
Okay.
Here it was executing and it is generating
Mm.
the response in terms of HTML. So it is
Okay,
returning
clear.
the HTML. Okay,
Okay.
it is returning the HTML. PHP cannot run
Okay.
on your machine on the browser. PHP will be
Mm-hmm.
run inside the server. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and it will generate the response. It will send the response in forms of HTML. Got it?
Mm. Okay.
Here in HTML, when you are calling index.html
Mm.
in URL, so the
Mm.
complete file was brought to your machine because
Okay.
your browser only understand the HTML, JavaScript, and CSS.
Mm.
Nothing more
Okay.
than it till now. Okay, so
Okay.
PHP cannot run here. Okay, so when you're calling this
Okay.
PHP file, what is actually happening? The request is
Mm.
moved to the server,
Okay.
and the PHP file is executing on the server. It is
Uh-huh.
generating the response, and it is
Mm-hmm.
sending the response in terms of HTML.
HTML page.
Okay,
Okay.
because your browser only understands HTML, so when it gets the HTML, it can print the thing here. Okay,
Okay.
so if I tell you like that, so you always can do one thing. Say
Mm.
h2. You can put some HTML tagging here also as a string.
Mm-hmm.
This is PHP string, na? Single quote. The
Yes.
same thing like in
HTML.
Java.
Okay. Okay. Single
Not
quote is
Java. It's
Python.
single comma means string. PHP string. This is PHP string. Okay.
Okay.
In PHP, you can have a string like that. You can have string with double quote. Okay. PHP string, PHP string. Okay. This is PHP string. So in PHP, you will not find anything called character. You will have everything is a
Everything is in
string.
string.
Okay. Single quote and
Both
double
single
quote.
quote and double quote both
Yeah.
can be used. Okay.
So just save it and run it. See here, you are getting the HTML file.
80.
HTML. Okay, your browser understand, you remember your browser understand only HTML. So the response
Okay.
was generated by the server in terms of HTML
HTML.
so that your
Okay.
browser can display the data properly.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
Good. Okay.
Now, what about the processing? I told you that PHP will do some processing. Here, processing is very less. Okay, suppose we are giving some processing over here. So you are you want to add two numbers as a very first
Mm.
program.
Mm.
So for addition of two numbers, you need variables, now.
Mm.
And in PHP, you have you do not have to declare any variable like you have to do in C, C++, or Java.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, PHP is just like Python, clever enough to identify the data
Mm.
type from the value. So
Mm-hmm.
to take a variable, you have to use this dollar sign. So dollar
Mm.
a. Naming a variable is as usual. In all programming language, the convention is same, naming a
Mm.
variable. But you have to remember that every variable in PHP must be
Is in
preceded by a
string.
dollar sign.
Dollars.
100 semicolon. You should give a semicolon. Okay, as it
Mm.
following the syntax from
Dollar
C.
B is equal to some
So
value.
dollar B is equal to maybe 200. Then dollar
Dollar
C
C is equal to
is equal
B
to
plus B.
dollar A
Dollar A
plus
plus dollar
dollar B, and you want to print this message. Okay,
echo
how to print this message?
echo
Echo. You want to print this message as the
some result.
result is equal to, then you have to print this thing. There are
Then
many
the
printing
variable
statement in echo. Okay, but the most convenient way to do this thing, concatenating.
com
This is the concatenation operator in PHP.
dot dollar
Dollar
C.
C. Give a semicolon, and that's all. Okay,
Do we require in server side also this one?
just
The
save it.
operation.
Sorry,
Do we require this kind of operations in server side also?
which kind of operation?
This we did know like operators using operators.
Sorry, I'm not getting you.
Okay, I was just thinking like because it is at the server end,
Hmm.
does it even require this addition or kind of things in that scripting also?
Yeah, actually, we are putting some operations, and this operation takes place in server. Okay, server is generating the response. This will be the response. Okay,
Hmm.
and this response is sent back to the client.
Okay.
First, just run it. See here. See, the result is 300. Okay, got it.
Okay. Ah, got it.
This thing is generated by the test.php page, and we are calling this test.php page for that purpose. Now, what we can do? What about the calling and requesting and response? Say I am
Mm.
giving a link here. So you know
Mm.
how to put a link. Anchor
Mm.
tag is there,
AHREF
ahref. Okay.
equal
Inside
to
that you have to give
give
the
the
PHP
URL.
file name
Mm.
and
And close the A tag. Within that some text.
click for paste PHP. Okay, that's all. Save.
So from the HTML page,
So you are calling the HTML page. See here.
mm,
So when we click on this file, this link, it is
mm,
actually sending the request to the server. Inside
mm,
the server, it is finding this page, this
mhm,
test.php page. Inside
mhm,
the test.php page, we put some operations. That
mhm,
operation take place over there, sitting on
mm.
server, and it is generating a response and sent back to the client. Okay,
Client.
but how client is seeing the result here? Client is not seeing the result in that page, that particular page. Na?
Mm.
The page is different. Okay,
Yes,
no
it is
problem.
linking in the different
Huh.
page.
It is actually generating the response and displaying on that page. We can bring that response inside this page also. Okay,
Okay.
that can be done by using the Ajax.
Okay.
On the same page, you can get the response, or you
Mhm.
have some other techniques too. Okay, we'll
Okay.
show everything. So this is the communication of HTML, PHP server and client. Okay.
Mhm.
Now the thing is not complete, I think. You can guess
Mm.
that these are always constants, no? These are always
Mm.
constants.
Getting it
Okay.
from the
So the appropriate thing will
terminal.
be something like that. Suppose the client is entering some data.
Mm.
If it is happening like that, the client is entering some data and the data is sent back to the server. Server is doing some processing over there and return the
Mm.
result back to the client.
You client.
That will be more better thing, no?
Mhm.
So how can we do that? Let's see. For that purpose, I'm just keeping those two files apart. I'm taking another set, maybe. I'm taking another file. Okay,
Mm.
say add.html. In add.html, I am having a table. Maybe make a thing look good. Table. Say border one. Inside table,
T
I'm taking a
T R
tier. Inside tier, I'm taking a TD.
T.
Okay. So
Mm.
here, enter A. So I'm giving you enter A,
Same
and
thing
we
for
are
B.
taking another TD.
Enter B.
Okay. So inside TD, okay. Same
Mm.
thing I'm copying.
One more
One more.
row.
So enter B.
Mm.
Then again another thing.
Result.
So we'll get result, and we'll show the result here.
Mm.
And here one more. What I will do, I'm telling you, and we will take a button here. Just quickly
Okay.
show you.
Add or something.
See demo1.php. I am making a link here. That will be good thing, na? Index dot
Ah,
everything will be linked with this file.
link to, yes.
See add.html. Add to numbers.
Mm.
Let's run it. Demo.php. See add two numbers are there,
Add
na?
two numbers.
So this is your table.
Buttons,
Okay.
table, sorry, not button. Table
So
is created.
inside the table, what we have to do? What the
Give the some
HTML element we should take to take input from user?
mm,
Tell me what it is.
input.
Input. It should be inside a form.
Mm.
It is called form. Just 1 minute. Okay. Form.
You gave the medicine.
Then you have to put some action, or you can say method first. Okay. Then inside method, what you can
Give,
do? You can put
give
get.
the ID.
You can put post. Okay. Get. Say action. Inside action, you have to provide the PHP file name that will do the processing. Okay.
Mm.
So I am taking process process.php. Okay.
Have to create this page.
So this is your actually form, HTML form. And inside this form, you are putting this table, whole table.
Mm.
You should keep track all the thing.
Close the form tag here.
Post the form tag here. Inside form, how can you take input? For that purpose, you have to take input
Input
type equal
equal
to
to
text, okay, or you can say number,
number.
and then you have to give name, say t1, t1. Okay, you can give id also,
ID
but I am
also. Mm.
skipping that thing. Okay,
Okay.
now copying this input, put it here. Input type equal to, say I am giving it
Okay.
t1, t2.
P2.
Okay,
In the
so here
result
there will
also.
be result. I am
So T1 it is R yes.
result. We will not show result here.
Okay, input is not required for the result actually.
Result we will show some other place, because I am not going to introduce the Ajax part today here. Okay, that will make things more complex. This is a simple introduction to PHP. What my
Mm.
intention is to take the data from the user, send those data to the server. Server will do the
Get
process
it
and return the
and
result and display
this
the result.
okay.
Not only the return, it will display the result. Okay,
Mm.
see here. Mm, Here I have to put the button input type equal to submit, value equal to, say, submit. Okay, fine. Now look how the form saying, see here, submit. Okay,
Mm.
just bring the submit button in the next.
So
Okay, save,
second column will come. Mm.
submit. So when I put some data, okay, here some data there, submit. When I click the submit button, see here all the data
is going to the
is
process dot
going to the
php.
process.php. Now inside that process.php, we have to catch this data and do
Mm.
the processing. So what we have to do? We have to write a
Create
PHP
coding
file,
for process dot php.
process.php. Adding this process.php here. So take the PHP tag. Inside that PHP tag, you have to catch the data. See here,
Mm.
what is the method of form? That is get. Na?
It is get.
That means you have to use an array called get. This is
Get.
called global variable, global array. PHP
Okay.
handles this global array, quite a few of them. Initially, when the form data is passed to the server through get method, okay,
Mm.
all the data are kept inside this array. Okay, so inside
Mm.
this array, you have to use that T1 is the first data. Okay,
Mm.
and you are
P
storing that value. Say you are putting that value in a. Okay,
E
now again take another variable b
P equal to
dollar
dollar
underscore
underscore
get
get P2
p2. Okay. Now you do the process. Dollar c is
at the
equal to
top in the
dollar
first
a
one. I think semicolon is missing.
dollar b is a semicolon. Okay. Now what you want to do? You want
Send the
to
result.
send the result, right? Okay. You can send the result.
Mm.
We are not going to use that Ajax part today here. Okay. I
Mm.
am just printing this message
Mm.
right here inside this page. Okay.
Okay.
So for that purpose,
Echo.
what you can do, so I'm just copying the whole HTML part. You can simply echo it over here. You know that, na? I told
Ah.
you earlier. You can simply echo it over here.
Mm.
But that I'm not going to do. What I am doing, I am just copying the whole HTML part here. See this
Mhm.
whole HTML part. Okay.
Okay.
And here inside that, oh, I deleted that result.
Ah, result was deleted.
Result, just write, sorry, result, and here just echo the thing. Means what? This
It
dollar C.
equals dollar C.
So how to write dollar C here? Just colon equal to dollar C. That's all. This is a PHP statement. This short PHP statement can always be embedded inside the HTML code. Okay. Later I will tell more about it.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can write the whole PHP command like that: echo semicolon. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
ECHO echo spelling. I hope echo spelling ठीक है ना? Yes, I think
Okay.
so. PHP echo. Okay. So this is a complete PHP code, and that was the short code. Okay.
Okay.
Now here you can find that. Okay. Just first run it.
Compile and run.
Run it. You do not need to initiate the compilation part. Just take a look, submit it, and you are getting 33 here.
Mm.
Okay. But these things are disappeared, na?
Yes.
So just put these two things, that a and b variable, just like value, sorry, value inside value. Now
Dollar
here I am using that short code.
short code. Dollar A. Same thing for
Same thing
P2.
use here also. Now quickly you cannot recognize that this is a different page. See here, I am just writing this one to see here.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the page is different. Okay,
Yes, it is process.php.
process.php. So inside
Mm.
process.php, I am keeping the whole structure and showing the result over there. Here the full
Mm-hmm.
communication, I shown you the full communication means inside the client taking input, sending the data to the server, server is processing and generating the result, and result is back to the client using PHP. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the only thing I did not do here, that when you click the submit button,
Mm.
this file should not be changed. Okay,
Mm.
rather the result will display in this page only. That can be done by using your Ajax call. We will show it later. But
Okay.
today our intention is to introduce the PHP part
PHP.
and how it the client communicate with the server side. Tell me if it is okay with you.
Yes, yes, I
We have
got
to
it now.
stop for today.
Yeah, no problem.
So we can continue this thing tomorrow also. Okay.
Yes, I'll let you know. Tomorrow
Okay.
we can continue.
Okay. So just let me stop the recording.